The bromide, I work with the Atlanta Police Department.
Great.
So I heard about the incident that happened, but I haven't heard your side of the story.
Why didn't we hear my side of the story first, sir?
Ooh.
Well, I had another officer
Oh, okay. Well,
spoke to you, but I just want to hear it
and do you
personal.
think it's proper to me tell you the whole story where everybody's sitting around here, they can all hear it?
Ooh.
No, ma'am. If you want to be private,
I think we should be private,
Okay.
sir. This is an assault
Okay,
matter.
you wanna come-
Before I say anything, I want to know, is my information going to be given to the woman who assaulted me?
No, ma'am.
Because I'm afraid for my life.
Hold on on that. Hold on. Now hold on.
No, there was a fingernail so close to my eye that I thought I was going to be physically attacked.
Now guess where you going? To jail.
What's up, y'all? It's Brian Keith, and I'm back with another video. And today we're going to be talking about hot topics, Real Housewife Criminal Edition. No, I'm joking. But too much shit hit the fan this week, and I just got to talk about it. I'm so late right now, but y'all, we about to get into it. Like, subscribe and enjoy.
Let me check my shit real quick. Hotter than the fire coming out my flaming lips. You wanna play with me? You can't play in me. On the playground, bitch, you can't play with me. Got it, wanted, securing the bag. Best.
All right, so we got Mary Cosby, Porsha Williams, Mia Thornton, Wendy Osefo,
Eddie Hennessy.
and then Jen Shaw. Too much stuff has went on, and we're gonna go down to Salt Lake City. So with Mary Cosby, we already know with the situation with Mary Cosby, they were saying that she has a cold, this, that, and the third.
Mary Cosby is the villain that you love on The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City.
Mary being married to her step-grandfather was the only thing that people could talk about.
This was the reason that people were watching the show.
All this stuff is going on with Mary, right? They got a whole freaking the cult of Real Housewife with Mary. Basically saying that her church was a cult, this and the third. It was all, Whitney brought that whole story on season 2. And that was a big storyline before, when Mary left in season 3 because of the whole Jeannie Wynn situation. And there was a lot of stuff going on about her church. And Whitney definitely was the bone carrier to bring that one to the show. And I could have sworn that Whitney talked to the cousin, and they talked about how the mom was supposed to leave the church to the family and not Mary. Mary took the church for the mama. It was just a lot of stuff going on, and basically saying that they had video footage of saying that Mary was basically telling the people if you don't give me money, you're not going to heaven, these things like that. So it was like a big whole conspiracy.
He was saying that God was telling him to marry my sister. Next thing you know, she's in his house and they're doing God knows what.
I absolutely believe that Mary and Robert are running a cult.
Once Mary left, that whole storyline left with her and it died down. So I'm surprised it just got picked back up now, because I'm just like, okay, nobody was talking about it, but now we're talking about it. Okay. They didn't even bring it up in BravoCon, which is surprising, because I would have asked that question for Mary at the panel, like, girl, what's going on with the cult? To be honest, a lot of people are so upset or shocked about this cult word, but to be honest, a lot of churches are cults. You see all these things where we see famous Uber churches. One, they don't want to give donations to people when they ask for a can of formula. Clock that T. And then you got the other ones talking about lock the motherfucking door because y'all gonna give me $1,200. I wish a pastor would tell me that he's gonna lock me into a church and I'm giving him $1,200 of my money. No, ma'am.
And I'll say it because y'all can't fight me. Jesus did not like these church folk. And I love when history repeats itself, because this whole will the church buy baby formula, drama, social experiment, whatever, it ain't nothing that the Bible hasn't already touched on. The Bible said Jesus walked into the temple, saw a whole bunch of looting and scheming. So what did he do? Because y'all be forgetting that Jesus was a G. Right? He flipped over the table where they had their money, flipped over the seats that they were selling from, and said that, for it is written, my house shall be a house of prayer, but you have turned it into a den of thieves. He basically said to them, y'all ain't nothing but some no good, dirty scammers. And think about it. Who was Jesus hanging out with? Jesus was hanging out with the sinners and untouchables of society. Because Jesus knew that there was more humanity in those individuals than the people who claim the moral superiority of being spiritual leaders. But this is the same church that traded Jesus for a violent murderer, the same church that crucified Christ, the same church that will have a suffering congregation tithing to a multi-millionaire pastor, And the same church that couldn't be bothered to feed a hungry baby.
And then it's already hard because it's like they're all like, oh, when a girl said, I asked my church for support, but they didn't want to help me because I wasn't tithing or I didn't give this much. And, the church is a nonprofit organization that gets tax benefits to help outreach, do charitable work, philanthropy. But do they do that? Did Mary do that? We don't know. But it's a lot of stories that went on about these situations where people just felt like left out by churches. And I don't think Christianity as a whole is anything negative. I think Christianity is built on love. However, there's people, a lot of people, false prophets within Christianity that make people stray away from it. And to be honest, like I tell people, it's like you could be a Christian and you don't have to go to church every weekend. Find Christianity and find God on your own. You know what I'm saying? Pivoting from that, Jen Shaw, why they said that she's about to get released on December 10th. Gag. So now all the girls are like, oh my God, we don't want her back on Salt Lake City. We don't want her back. We don't want her. Oh no, we don't want her back. Here's the thing. Do I want Jen Shaw back on Salt Lake City? No.
Everyone seems to think that the big master plan is for them to bring me and Jen back at the same time. I don't know if they would do that though. That's a big move.
Would you do that? Would you come back with Jen?
I gotta have someone in my corner. It can't be all of them against me again. I can't go through that again. That was brutal.
But do I think Jen Shaw should come back and do a sit down and have the girls ask those questions? Why the fuck you punched Heather? Why did you do this? Why did you do that? Yes, I do think that she's owed to get her story finished.
Not like this, but Jen at least was fun and funny and had redeeming qualities. That's how much I don't like Monica.
Dang. The redeeming qualities being...
She's funny.
Okay.
And that's why she was good at her job, because she could solicit anyone.
Yeah,
anyone. She could make anyone fall in love with her. An 80-year-old, a librarian, a 10-year-old.
Finish her story out. We need to know why the fuck you lied these whole times to our faces. Why the fuck you hit Heather and you said you didn't do that? Or did you not do it? Like, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, there's things that I would want her to say. And I know people are just like, we don't give a fuck. She's a criminal. She does. Cool. And I totally get that. I respect it too. But my situation, I always feel like the story needs to end. You can't just leave us on a cliffhanger. The what ifs, right? Just like with Candy and Phaedra. It's the what if. Like, But with that being said, segueing over to Candy. Why the fuck did I just see online that Candy and Todd are splitting after 11 years? Girl, what the fuck? And first of all, Todd, I don't know what the fuck you're getting, because we already know Candy had an ironclad prenup, baby. Okay? She got all them kids. I don't know what the fuck's going on. Like, I feel like they need to put some more situation down. If I will find whatever I can find on this Candy and Todd thing, girl, I was gagged. I was like, what the fuck? Candy and Todd?
After deep thought and a lot of prayer, I've made a decision to move forward with divorce. This is a difficult and emotional time, but my focus remains on protecting my peace, being the best mother I can be, and co-parenting with love and respect. I'm stepping into a new chapter, pouring into my work, my family, and my own growth. I'm grateful to everyone who supported us throughout the years and ask for privacy, grace, understanding as we navigate this transition with our family.
Too much. But I just want to get all that out the way because we got to really talk. Eddie and Wendy.
Not Pam Oliver and Eddie Hennessy making a statement, child.
Oh, the state prosecutors allege Wendy and Eddie Osefo had 40 credit and debit cards and user aliases like Pam Oliver and Eddie Hennessy to hide their identities. Girl, when I tell y'all I have 2 debit cards, I have 2 credit cards, and that is the fuck it. Baby, 40 is egregious. Ain't nobody ever needs that. Now, do we know if that's the case? No, we don't know if that's really the case, because they could just be over here just, gaslighting us and just over here being facetious. But if it is the case, maybe they did a forensic investigation, like we don't know, but I'm just like, if that was the case, then goddamn, that's a lot of motherfucking credit cards and debit cards. Debit cards, okay, whatever. With credit cards, that's a lie. But, you know, the Osefos posted a joint statement.
Wendy Osefo arrested last month. She and her husband Eddie facing 16 charges for allegedly faking a burglary at their home to collect insurance money. The couple were indicted by a grand jury on charges of insurance fraud, conspiracy insurance fraud, and making a false statement to a police officer. They were later released on $50,000 bonds. Wendy addressing the incident at BravoCon this weekend, her first public appearance since her arrest.
You know, it's an unfortunate situation, and right now I can't say too much, but I will say when the time is right, I will share my story with everyone. And for now, they're just allegations.
They're basically saying the claims of them using 40 debit cards and all this and the third and woo, Eddie Hennessy. Okay, they're saying that it was like to put an alias so nobody knows where their house is. I totally get that, because if I saw a girl over here where like, you know, Stepho, hold on, girl. You know, you never know who might over here try to do what, you know? But it is kind of weird. So we'll see how this plays out, because it does seem like the police are moving kind of weird, because Dorit Kinsley over here in Beverly Hills, allegedly, I feel that was insurance fraud. I feel insurance fraud as fuck. But to each his own. Mia Thornton. Baby, so Mia Thornton, girl, ain't it funny how and I was thinking about this today, about a situation that happened at work where somebody did something, and for the longest time, people believed that person and believed that perception. People believe the perception of you based off of what that person was saying, just for that person to go down. It's like, you had so much to say about me and my character and my work ethic, just for you to take the fall, just for you to get everything you try to put on me. You got it. So, girl, at the end of the day, what's done in the dark always come to light, and you was plotting on my downfall, not knowing that you were digging your own grave, bitch.
I'm gonna transport you to Thornton County.
Former Real Housewives of Potomac star Mia Thornton arrested at Atlanta's airport. According to police records, Thornton faced larceny charges for allegedly stealing $11,000 worth of furniture.
With Mia, is just like, girl, Mia over here went to jail for arrest and charge with larceny. So allegedly, they said police reports revealed that Mia Thornton, who moved to Atlanta, allegedly stole $11,000 worth of furniture from a rental condo, which she left on Tuesday, October 28th. After the condo owner reported the theft on Thursday, November 6th, Mia was charged with larceny and arrested at the Hartsfield-Jackson Atlanta International Airport and booked into the Fulton County Jail on Wednesday, November 16th. Girl was trying to get out of Dodge, and unfortunately, she got caught. They was on her like white on motherfucking rice. They were on her like green on grass. They were on her like motherfucking black on catfish. So I feel bad for her. I'm gonna put the video up.
Ms. Thornton, you ready? How you doing? I'm Officer Hunt, City of Atlanta Police. You know you have a warrant, correct? Okay. You know what it's for? Cool. All right, cool. So what we're gonna do is I'll take you back to our precinct, finish doing my paperwork, and once that's done, you have a cell phone?
No, I sent it.
Okay. So we'll go back to the precinct. I'll do my paperwork, and once that's done, then I'm gonna transport you to Thornton County. So we just have a holding cells. We don't have like jail, just holding cells in our precinct. Okay? Okay. If you want to, you can throw your shoes on. Yes, ma'am. Go ahead. Go ahead and real fast. Thank you. Yeah. Good time. You want your hands? Excuse me. You want your hands? Hold on. Relax for a second. Relax. You want your hands this way, or you want your hands turn them inside like you're praying? You want this way? What's your way more comfortable? Okay. Let's. Okay. All right. That's fine. We'll go that way.
Did you mind if you can't share that information recording?
Pardon me?
No.
I didn't go. I just had somebody else go out there and give him the paperwork.
Is it possible to like call him? He has the storage key.
Let's go behind him. I mean,
Where is he still in the airport?
Nah, you probably left it.
Yeah, where's Miss Call?
Yeah, I just want him to go put that furniture back. Like, this is enough is enough. Like, I have several emails. Whoever they telling him to do trash.
But like I see in the video, I feel bad for her because it's just like obviously like I guess there was a lapse in judgment. She was saying something about emails and stuff like that. So I feel bad for her because you just never know like what conversation that they did have. But regardless of the fact, like girl, it was what it was. Like it sucks for her. But what y'all think about it? Girl, I'm gagging. But let's talk about Miss Porsha. Miss Porsha Williams. So, TMZ saw Porsha Williams flying on FBI radar. All smiles at the flight incident. So Porsha was over here just cheesing, girl. So we didn't know what happened, right? We didn't know what happened. So Porsha breaks her silence. Porsha said, Porsha Williams breaks her silence after Porsha Williams breaks her silence after Delta flight incident. Says she was verbally assaulted by an unhinged passenger. I'm not gonna read all this, but I'm gonna let her say what she got to say because they actually have the body cam footage. Shock.
So what happened?
So the lady who was sitting next to me, I was on my phone, and the volume was up on the phone, and she turned to me out of nowhere and she said, "So you're gonna make me listen to that the whole flight?" And I said, "Well, do you want to?" And she said, "No." And I
She
said,
gonna make you listen to what?
"Am I gonna make her listen to my phone?"
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I said, "This is before we took off." Yes, even before we took off.
So you guys were in Las Vegas when that happened?
Yes. Yeah.
The plane was on the ground?
Yes.
The door was shut? It was, okay.
No, the door wasn't shut yet. People were still boarding.
People were still boarding?
But you were texting me. When
Okay, I couldn't tell.
Okay.
Okay. So she was like, you know, "Are you gonna make me listen to that the whole time?" And I said, "Well, do you want to?" And she said, "No." I said, "Well, it was a nicer way to say that." And she said, "What bitch?" She's like, "You don't talk to me." And I was like, "Are you okay?" From that point on, she said, "Who the f do you think you are?" And so I said, "Oh, no. I said, y'all need to get her out of here. Please get her away from me." And so then when she, she tried to take her phone and record, and she drops her phone on the floor. She's like, "You hit me. Oh my God. You hit me. You just hit me in my face. Oh my God. I'm pressing charges. I want you to be in jail." And I'm like.
So when Portia's talking to the FBI, mind you, they caught Porsha at the motherfucking dub. So when she's talking, she's saying, "Look, let me set the scene for you guys." She's like, "First of all, I was on the flight. I got in, waiting for more passengers to load. I had my volume up, so I'm just on my phone. I'm on my phone, just yeah, girl, da, da, da." And the woman beside her basically said, "Oh, so you're gonna have that on all day or the whole flight?" And Porsha was like, "Oh, do you like it?" The woman was like, "No." She was like, "Oh, well, there's a nicer way you could have said that. You know, just being nice, nasty." But my whole thing, like, Porsha, girl, you could not had that motherfucker thing all the way to a volume of honey. Right. But then that sparked her to basically get irate. Just like, first of all, who do you think you are? You over here, blah, blah, blah. Just going off, just shooting at it. And Porsha was just like, first of all, she said, "You are she said, get out of here, you ugly bitch." Like, Porsha, you know, my whole thing is I believe Porsha, because Porsha was like, "Oh, then her phone fell and all these things." I believe Porsha because Porsha said exactly what she did. She was just like, "Yeah, I called her an ugly bitch. I asked her, oh, that wasn't nice for you to say. Oh, I need a stewardess. You need to get her away from me, da, da, da." All this, right? But you go to the other woman's POV, she acted like she was just so innocent. Just like, "Oh, you know, she threw my phone. She did this, and she put her finger in my face. She hit. That's assault. That's assault." And you know what's funny? A lot of you bitches love doing that, and that's so irritating to me because y'all love talking about something's a motherfucking assault. Bitch, if I didn't touch you, I didn't assault you.
How are you doing, ma'am?
I'm not very good, sir. And you?
Good. I'm Officer Brumant. I work with the Atlanta Police Department.
Great.
So I heard about the incident that happened, but I haven't heard your side of the story.
Why didn't we hear my side of the story first, sir?
Ooh.
Well, I had another officer
Oh, okay. Well,
spoke to you, but I just want to hear it
and do you
personally.
think it's proper to me tell you the whole story where everybody's sitting around here, they can all hear it?
Ooh.
No, ma'am. If you want to be private,
I think we should be private,
Okay.
sir. This is an assault
okay.
matter.
You want to come over?
Yes.
First of all, where did the incident happen?
I was sitting in my seat.
Where?
In Delta Airlines, seat number 3A, or B, I believe.
This happened in Las Vegas?
Yes, sir.
While the plane was still boarding?
No.
The plane was in the air?
Yeah.
Okay.
Was taking off. That's why the flight attendants couldn't come help me from her beating, because they had to be buckled in.
Okay, so what happened?
Before I say anything, I want to know, is my information going to be given to the woman who assaulted me?
No, ma'am.
Because I'm afraid for my life.
No, ma'am.
Girl, shut the fuck up.
Okay.
It's not.
I was sitting in my seat. She was the last passenger to come on board. So when she came on board,
Atlanta, Georgia is in the eastern
she said, I'm in that seat. I said, no problem. I jumped up, got far away from her so she had plenty of room. She had to put stuff in the upstairs thing. I understand that. Took plenty of time. Sit back down. We never spoke other than that. And after about 25 minutes of her on Instagram, full blast, every time she would flip, because apparently it was from a loud place, I jumped because it was so loud. And so I waited 25 minutes, give her time, let her do whatever she needed to do. And then I said, am I going to have to listen to that the whole time? And she said, do you like it? And I said, no. And she said, well, I don't like the way you asked me. I said, don't put this on me. And the next thing I know, there was a fingernail so close to my eye that I thought I was going to be physically attacked. She had her, I don't want to do it to you, sir. She had her hands in my face, screaming, calling me crazy. On and on and on. So now the flight attendants can't come help me because they're strapped in for this takeoff. My phone is sitting against my leg on my lap. So I take it to video to try and protect myself. And as soon as I go like this, she takes her hand and goes like that and throws my phone. And everybody sees the phone go down the end of the whole airplane. And the flight attendant told me he saw her knock it out of my hand. And that's assault. And
So
I'm 70 years old.
So she actually knocked the phone off your hand?
You're right, she did.
Okay.
I didn't drop it.
All right.
Now guess where you going? To jail. You going to jail, bitch?
And this is the thing. My whole thing is I don't got too much time for bullshit. Like I just saw a video of a guy. He's over here working out, and the woman's just like, "Do you live here?" I don't got time. I'm like, go ahead and call the property manager. Go ahead and call the property. I don't got time. I don't got time. I'm over here minding my business. Don't fuck with me because I'm a no nonsense type of person. I mind my business until somebody minds my business. Okay, I could take it from 0 to a motherfucking million in a millisecond. Leave me alone. I told you, let's leave me alone, please. Let's look at God, please. Don't bring no bullshit in my life. Just leave me alone, right? Because it can go from to spooky. Leave me alone. So, my whole thing when it comes to a flight, I'm gonna tell anybody, if anybody wants to beat my ass, bitch, get me on the flight. Because girl, ma'am, I gotta change seats. I gotta go. Girl, you're not about to put me on the no-fly list. I'm not getting no family for you, bitch. No ma'am. So it escalated, and then you can even tell the other woman, she was just so nasty, so rude, so short. She's like, oh, so I can't talk to you in private? Bitch, you're in the fucking airport. Where you think there's a motherfucking back room they can go to? No, we're gonna talk right over here. You want to motherfucking yell in public, bitch, you can talk in public too. You didn't have no motherfucking shame on that motherfucking plane. You didn't have no motherfucking coos on that motherfucking plane. You didn't have no home training, hoe. So now it's over here, oh, we want to go private. Girl, we already heard your conversation on the plane, bitch. But then the gag was, while Porsha was talking, there was one lady. She seemed like she was over here. But I don't know.
Yes, no, I appreciate it.
I wouldn't deal.
I mean, you know, I don't know what she's claiming. She's gonna press charges saying that I hit her. I'm like, I did not hit you.
I mean, you want to continue? You want to continue, ma'am?
Sorry.
Can you excuse me?
Okay. Can I get your information? Can you get her information as a witness?
Sure.
Yeah, please. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
But she was just like, Porsha, like, I'm so sorry that happened to you. Like, that's so crazy. I would not feel good doing that. Like, she didn't do anything. She did not hit that woman. I was just like, first of all, Porsha, Girl, they had your back. Some guy was like, yeah, we saw up in first class. Like, she did not hit that woman. That woman was ailing her.
I was sitting 2 rows back. She did not touch
No,
anything.
that's what I'm saying.
You saw everything happen?
Yes.
Yes.
The guy's
You
seat had his seat reclined before the flight even took off, and I saw the entire gap. She did not touch
You didn't touch her.
She screamed.
You
hit me in my face.
I can tell you.
I
I can tell you. She did not. I could see her.
I can write my info down if you want.
Say,
Okay.
She didn't do anything wrong. She didn't.
What's your phone number?
It's Yes, sir.
You have an ID?
Yeah.
So you didn't see anything physical?
Nothing. No. I was only a couple rows back from the first class. I could see it. Nothing happened.
And Porsha's like, can you get the information, like, and like put them down as like a witness, please? Like, I was like, Porsha, you know, I believe you, girl. Like, from the stories that I heard both sides, I believe her. But what do you guys think? Do y'all think that Porsha was over here ready to Layla Ali this woman? I don't know, honestly, truly. But in these situations, like on the plane, is very serious. Which brings me to Meredith Marks. If this was the outcome, do y'all think Meredith cut up the way that she cut up on that motherfucking plane? If people talk about, oh, well, Porsha's black, Porsha Meredith. I've seen white women cut up on a motherfucking plane and got handcuffs. Like, now this made me really realize, like, Meredith didn't cut up the way that y'all saying she cut up. She might have been low voice and da-da-da, but I don't think Meredith cut up the way y'all say she cut up. Honestly, truly. But y'all, what do y'all think? Too much shit happened this week, y'all. Too much happened this week. First of all, it's a busy week. We're going into our peak season, and we're about to be over here doing so much. My biggest thing is just to stay healthy, to stay sane, and to stay paid. Those three. I want to be like mentally good. I want to be healthy. And I want to be paid, filthy paid, like for real. Like, I'm trying to get this promotion, y'all. I'm like this close to getting it, but it's just so much. I feel like I'm gonna talk about me for a little bit. Girl, we're at the end of the video. At work is so much because I feel like my reputation was damaged by someone, and the people that I've looked up to and the people that really has helped me on my journey has like thrown me to the wayside off of the words of someone that words should have meant nothing. Their word held no weight because their work ethic carried no weight. So now it makes me think twice. Like, do I still want to stay on this team? Because I do like the people, you know, outside, like, people-wise, I like these people. But when it comes to, like, professionalism, it's like, in my career, it's like, are y'all willing to sacrifice my career to further someone else's? And that's why I'm just like, maybe I need to pivot to another team and whatever. But just a lot of stuff that went on that I'm just like, this year has been so draining for me, because me working at this job, like the first 2 years have been a blast, a great time. I've really learned a lot. I really enjoyed it, but this last year has been so fucking draining. I lost 3 people I worked with. Actually, I lost 4 people I worked with this year. I worked with 2 of probably the worst managers I've ever worked with in my fucking life. And it's just been so draining. Just draining, honestly. But, y'all, that was my rant. That's my TED Talk. But y'all, like, comment, subscribe. And y'all already know, I'm going to see y'all in the next video.
Brian Keith, LG, Black View. Bet you didn't know we the Holy Trinity. Now let a God stop a dollar, break your head here. Step into the room and get up in the bed. It tastes sweet, that's cause I'm good. It tastes sour cause I'm better than the hood. Cause I get you hype, but when I'm running all around, cause I excite you. Let me talk real quick. You can't even get with the shit. You wanna go toe to toe with my flow? This sour candy, all I really asking for. Now I got to go. Got